You didn't think it would not be able to put on the damn hat, did you? All right. It's still Christmas Eve. It's still about a few hours away until it's going to be Christmas Day. And I wanted to get something on record. It's okay. It's 9:14. We're talking about 2 hours and so many minutes later. And it'll be Christmas Day, and during that time, we're still going to be dealing with real life on its own terms and everything else happening left and right. This is Christmas of 2022, the Weaver John C., the Larry the Griever named John Weaver. Just doing this as a regular log for right now. And we'll eventually turn on the lights. Eventually. There's a box in here. There's a box in here somewhere. Hello, Boxy. Look, he's lighting up. He's lighting up. Oh boy, oh joy. Let's get that head straight there. Okay, well, not exactly Christmassy in my shirt, but Christmassy in the hat. So let's move this up a bit. You haven't seen anything crawling around? No, it's not special effects. It's bug war. Alrighty, so I was talking about other things concerning about Jesus. What if he was? What was he like? Not what the Bible or seculars would tell us about it, but what we would think he was like growing up as a kid, or training as a carpenter's son. But meanwhile, we're just dealing with the concept of the holiday season and what it means to people left and right. And I'm going to be posting this stuff out there left and right because it needs to be posted out there. I mean, I have to. The only way for me to deal with a day like this is just to tell people that this day is important. Now, there's a lot of people are going to be freaking out and probably upset at me for just telling them otherwise. Probably. I mean, I wouldn't put it past them in the first place. So, the only thing I would be telling them is, look, we have things affecting us right now as it is. We have outside forces, we have inside forces, and we have other forces working with us, or trying not to work with us. But what I wanted to try to talk about sometimes is before Christmas hits, just get it all out on record on how it's supposed to mean, how it's supposed to feel, how it's supposed to be. Comes once a year, but we build up to it. When you're a griever, when you're a mourner, when you've lost people, either fresh or you're still mourning because you haven't quite, you know, hasn't gone out of your system yet. Despite the fact that people would probably tell you to get rid of it because you have to, you want to, you need to, you. Well, I love that fact that they're going to be so insisting about this situation over here, telling me how to be positive and happy about it and jolly and like crazy. And they'll be pointing out to my hat at this point over here, saying, "You got a hat on. It's got lights. You got lights and decorations. Why are you so miserable?" Have you ever grieved? Have you ever mourned? Have you been stuck in a rut mentally that sometimes it seems impossible to get out of? Ah, Hogbush, I know better than that. This is what we're dealing with all the time. I've heard from other people who said they've dealt with it many times and they still have to have a positive attitude towards things. I'm not going to say that they're right. I'm not going to say that they're wrong. I can tell you that it's up to us to make a decision whether or not we're actually going to be able or feel strong enough to do so in the first place. I mean, we can try to be strongly encouraged by everybody else trying to what we think is forcing us down our throats on this stuff, or the scariest damn thing is to take a chance. Is to take a leap of faith. Faith in something that's beyond your comprehension to understand. But you're going to put a lot of faith and trust in this power that you can't understand and see, knowing that maybe, possibly, this fate This level of consciousness, this thing here, whatever we try to figure it out as, knows more about things than we do. And it's hard as hell just to humiliate and humble ourselves and say, look, I need help. Can you help me out? And then we have things happening. We have things happening in our lives that we don't even realize and expect. A little miracle here, a little thing happening here or there. A word of kindness, a smile. A little bit of an ease. Taking the edge off a little bit at a time. Maybe you wake up one day and you're feeling all right. And you're thinking, okay, well, maybe I'll get through today. And maybe you will. And then there's something called a trigger, then all hell breaks loose. And then it tears your ass apart. Then you don't know what the hell is going on. You're screaming and yelling for help because you don't understand. And it's understandable. Because it's hard to understand that level of... sometimes there's no words for it. We can try doing all the logic as our squishy brain is trying to figure things out, using five senses to figure it out. But if I can't figure it out, then we think it's not there, and therefore it doesn't exist. And the problem is, it does exist. We're just not officially recognizing it or understanding it in our own way. But eventually, we will. I'm not trying to teach you the concept of spirituality here, but sometimes, it's there. But it is our spirits that hurt like hell. Okay, our souls, if you want. We're missing family and friends and loved ones and pets and other people that we probably met so much that it hurts like hell. We think probably for a short time until it lasts a long time. In a holiday season like this, it's hard as hell to get through. I know. Flip side on trying to be on both sides of the coin isn't easy. Had to deny it, work my way through it, pretend I was having good times, and I thought I was. But when I start losing the core family that actually made it possible, but I know there was something more than the core family. But that's what I used as the core family to understand that love I had for my mother and my brother made the holiday season that much more brighter for me. And ignoring that and not realizing that, it's an eye opener. It literally is an eye opener for me. So, how am I supposed to deal with this holiday season right now? Well, I'm struggling, and I'm trying to do the best I can. Yes, I like the lights up. They help. They help ease me a bit. It's a struggle trying to put some lights up, I'll tell you that much. But once they're up and I can get them going, short time sometimes. I just use maybe about an hour or two of power and then turn them off. I can change batteries when I need to. But I want to be reminded for a time that they have special meaning for me. It reminds me of the times in the past that I had with my family. We'd put up Christmas lights. My brother and I would do the outside and insides, not to mention the Christmas tree. Ma would try to decorate, or just let me and David do all the work and supervision. And then she comes back and gets pissed off about it. There's too many holes in the tree. Gosh, she was always picking on it. Couldn't get a tree right without her picking on a damn thing. I mean, come on, wouldn't be Ma. I mean, she had to get her saying the damn thing. Come on. She stuck me with the thing when I was a teenager and expected me to do this thing right. It's like, I can never please Ma on these things. She was pleased about it. She just didn't want to see about it. She just wanted to give us a hard time about it because she was having too much fun with it. Yeah, that's what I miss. Memories like that and feelings like that usually pop up and usually depress the living crap out of me. But right now, I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling it. I'm feeling tired as hell. I probably would want to go back to sleep, but I'm not stressing myself as much over the damn thing because I know that whatever I do, whatever I'm doing, well, it's going to pay me back one way or another, or otherwise I'm going to be in trouble one way or another. So I guess I'm still dealing with what is right now. And eventually I'll deal and I'll survive. That's how it works. I was hoping maybe to stay up long enough to hopefully to catch Santa's sleigh coming by. That'd be something to have a nice, interesting conversation with Saint Nick on things. I know my own damn depression is going to be kicking me in the ass left and right, but it would be nice to talk to the guy about a lot of things I've been going through. But he'd probably tell me, just talk to a therapist. Well, thanks a lot. I mean, the Christmas gift would be a little bit of, a bit of an open ear, but you ain't got the time for the damn thing in the first place. I mean, even having a contact I could use, maybe. Anyway, I want to have this holiday season to be almost just as wonderful. It's not going to be complete because a lot of things. Well, bug war is one thing, but that's secondary to grieving, which is loss of family. But I think Ma and Dave would be pissed off at me at this point that I'm using that more and more as an excuse instead of just moving forward. They know I'm physically screwed up right now as it is, but mentally I'm still fighting like crazy just for survival. But I wanted to feel and I wanted to understand that this holiday season is special in every which way, or maybe a one or two matters left and right. Not just the point that it was going to be secular and then the spiritual situation, but no, something else about it. Something that cannot be pinned down, something that can't be quantified, something that cannot be explained. And if it was explained, then I'm screwed right now as it is. So how would I be screwed? I don't know. It just is. Right now, I am trying to deal with what is right now. So, my question to myself was, what is right now? I don't know. I don't know, but I'm still trying to deal, and I'm still trying to cope. And if that's the case, then so be it. I'm not going to stress over it. You know, the things I miss about Christmas, what I really miss, besides the family, decorating a Christmas tree, having the decorations for it, the lights, the tinsels. I know the old ornaments I'd love to have back. And just work my way with that with plenty of candy canes and garland and lights on it. But I'll deal with the triples right here anyway. And this is not bad. I just don't have any room for any gifts or packages. But if I happen to wake up in the morning and I'm not having a conniption fit, I'm not going into a morning fit, a mourning fit, I meant to say. Or I'm concerned about grieving all the time. No, I just want to make sure that I'm doing it all right. Because that's what I'm trying to do is try to make sure it's done all right. Okay, consider me a fool and idiot. No, I don't think so. I don't think so at all. With that, I'll be wishing you, uh, well, let's see, that was called Shag Simak. And then there's Merry Christmas, and Happy Kwanzaa, and Happy New Year. Happy Holidays. John Weaver from Roseman, California. Night.